Hello guys, welcome back to Life with Pauly. It is currently Sunday, January 11th, and I'm back with another video. And I wanted to say that I did this video because of a conversation I had with my brother just the other day. Yes, you've seen it right on the thumbnail. If you look at the thumbnail, that is a picture that was on my driver's license that I had taken in the year 2020. That is when I had to renew my driver's license, and that is the picture on my driver's license. And right beside the picture of my driver's license, I blocked out all my information, is a picture of a blowfish because that is what I look like. You could clearly see it in the picture on my driver's license. Down below that is what I look like now because I had lost 60 pounds. Now, I didn't lose the 60 pounds right away. I started losing weight in 2023 is when I started losing weight. And I lost 60 pounds over 2 summers. But before I get into that, yes, I did not know that I really look like that. Now, I live in Albany, New York, which is the state capital of New York, and I have my own apartment. But before I moved here, I lived in Rome, New York for 20 years, over 20 years. And Rome, New York is about an hour and a half from Albany, New York, where I live now. It's a very small town, quiet, cheap, and very nice. And I liked it there. The reason why I moved from there is because my mom passed away in the apartment that we had, and I really didn't want to be in that apartment no more by myself. I missed her dearly. She passed away in the year 2022. I did stay in the apartment until 2023, and that's when I made the decision that I had to get out of there. I couldn't stay there by myself no more. And I did try to find another apartment around Rome, New York, where I used to live, but they did not have any. All the apartments that were available, either all of them, no pets, no smoking. I could deal with the no smoking because I don't smoke, but the no pets, I wasn't getting rid of my dog Annabelle. So I made the decision to leave my apartment and actually live out of my car by my daughter's house. It was summertime. I left in May of 2023, and it started to get warm out. I told her I was going to try the nomad life, live in my car with Annabelle, and I did that over the summer for 6 months. When winter time came here in New York, it got very cold for me, very cold for the dog. So I ended up coming to my brother's in Albany, New York, across the street. I stayed with him the whole winter, and once it's turned summer again and it started getting warmer out again, I left his house and went back out by my daughter's house, and I lived in my car again in a tent for another 6 months. And during those 6 months, during those 2 summers, summer of 2023 and summer of 2024, I started to lose the weight. And I will tell you how I did that in a minute and how much work it took. But yeah, guys, the reason why I made this video is because me and my brother were talking about licenses the other day, and the new driver's ID that you need to have, the new ID that you have to have with a star on it, or the real IDs. And we started talking about the real IDs, and I told him I wasn't getting one. I says, I'm not getting on a plane never anyway, so why would I get one, Mainly, you need the real IDs if you're going to get on a plane or you're going to get a passport and go to a different country. You need the real IDs. For some federal buildings, you also need the state real IDs. I don't know about in different states, but I know here in New York, you need the real IDs. But I told them I'm never going to do that stuff, so why am I going to bother doing it? Getting it, okay? And they charge you an extra $30 on top of your renewal license fee anyways. It's just more money they want, right? So we got our licenses out, and we started looking at each other's licenses, and I gave mine to my brother, and he looked at it and he goes, damn, you were blown up. And I go, what are you talking about? I was like, I didn't even realize how bad my picture looked like on my license. And I go, you know what? You're right. I go, geez, nobody ever told me. Nobody ever mentioned anything to me, really. And I don't know if they just did it to keep it quiet. You know, I had my brother living with me, my brother's dad, not my dad, but my brother's dad living with me, and my mom, and they've never said anything to me. Now, I knew I was overweight when I lived there, but I didn't realize really how bad I looked and how blown up my face looked, okay? I did realize I had a belly. I did realize I had a big belly, and that wasn't good. When I lived in Rome, New York, I weighed 240 pounds, okay? 100 pounds overweight. And the reason why I was 100 pounds overweight was because I am a short guy. I'm only 5'3", 5'4". I'm only supposed to weigh 135 to 140. And I weighed 240 pounds. Now, that picture was taken in October of 2020, like I said. October 2021 is when I had my widowmaker heart attack. And of course, I think the weight actually affected that too. But I also had other health issues. I wasn't only overweight by 100 pounds, but I had other health issues that I was not taking care of because I could not take care of it. Before I got disability for all my health issues and my heart attack, my widowmaker heart attack I had in 2021, and I had stents put in my heart, and it pretty much destroyed my heart. My heart is scarred pretty bad. After that, I ended up getting disability, and I ended up getting Medicare and Medicaid, and ended up getting the medical attention that I needed. And I ended up getting the medication I needed. During the time that I was 100 pounds overweight, I also had diabetes type 2. I had high blood pressure and I had high cholesterol. Now, when I weighed the 240 pounds, I was eating a lot. I would go to the store and I would buy a box of Swiss rolls, the chocolate covered Swiss rolls with the cream in the middle, and I would eat the whole box right then and there. I wouldn't have one night and then one another night and then one another night. No, I ate the whole box right then and there. Ice cream, I would go get a half-gallon ice cream. This is when the ice cream was a half gallon. Now they're not a half gallon anymore. And I would eat half one day, half the next day. And I would do that every day almost. Half one day, half the next day. And I'm one that likes a lot of stuff on his ice cream. I'm talking about marshmallow, chocolate. And that's what I was doing in Rome. And I ate a lot. I would go get a whole bag of chips, and I would eat a whole bag of chips. And so on and so forth. And that is how I got 100 pounds overweight. Stuff like that is very fattening. And when you're eating the whole bag of chips, that's even worse. When you're eating a whole bag of Swiss rolls, that's even worse. And, you know, I decided to change myself after I left Rome. I decided to leave Rome in 2023 and I went to my daughter's. And I slept outside of my daughter's in my car because that's what I wanted. My daughter is married. She's got a husband. They work hard for their money. Sure, they got a spare room. I wouldn't even have took it if they offered me a spare room. I am not that type of person. I'm her father. I don't believe in her having to take care of me. Even though I've taken care of her and brought her up and she's married now on her own and things like that, I don't believe in my daughters taking care of me. If I ever get to the point where I cannot take care of myself or cannot walk or cannot do things on my own, I will check myself into a retirement home or nursing home, whatever you want to call it. I will do that myself. I would never put something like that on any one of my daughters. Even though a lot of people might say that's not right for a daughter to do their father or whatever, or their kids to do their father or mother, I would not put that stress on them. That's the kind of person that I am. As you can see here, though, I did slim down. Like I said, I'm down 60 pounds. I weigh now 177 pounds. I'm still considered overweight. I'm still 37 pounds overweight, and I'm trying to lose more weight right now. I want to get at least down to 150. That's still 10 pounds overweight, but that's a lot better than being 100 pounds overweight. Now, there's a lot of people out there that are overweight. They look fine. They look good. Even women, I'm going to say it. There's big women out there that look fine. And they don't have no health issues. They don't have no health problems. But then there is a lot that do. And, for the people that are out there and they don't have no health issues and they're big and they live that lifestyle and they want to live that lifestyle, I have no problem with that. That's not me, that's them. But me, myself, I had a heart attack just being 100 pounds overweight. So if you are one of those people that are overweight, I would seriously think about what you're doing and what you want to do. And if you want to continue to live your life like that and take the chance of having a widowmaker heart attack, like I did in my sleep. I did not even know I had a heart attack. I drove myself to the hospital the next day when I woke up on the floor. What happened was I went to bed one night. I woke up on the floor face down and I had peed myself. I knew there was something wrong. And that during that time, I was taking care of my dying mother that was dying of cancer. And I didn't want to leave her really, but I said, Mom, I have to go to the hospital and I have to get taken care of and see what this is. Something is definitely wrong. And I went to the hospital, and within an hour, I was in another hospital. They rushed me in an ambulance to another hospital on the operating table. Okay, I had no signs of a heart attack. I had no pains in my arms. I had no pains in my chest. I had nothing. No signs at all. Went to sleep, woke up, face down on the floor, wet. And when he got in there, he found that there was lots of blood clots in my artery. It was 100% blocked. There's only a small percentage that survive a widowmaker heart attack. And that is why I made the decision after that to change my life. I started to cut out candy. I started to cut out soda. I didn't drink a lot of soda anyway at the time, but I did drink some. I cut out the ice cream. I cut out the potato chips and things like that. Do I snack now on potato chips sometimes? Do I buy a soda here and there? Yes, I do still. But very limited. It is very hard to do it. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not an easy process to lose weight. It's not an easy process to cut out snacks, chips, candy, soda. If you're hooked on that stuff, ice cream, you're going to have a hard time cutting that out. But you got to have the willpower to do it. And you have to learn to portion your food out. I used to be one to make 2 packages of the rice, the Coors, I think they call it Coors rice, broccoli cheddar rice. I used to make 2 packages, eat both packages right then and there. Sometimes I would eat 3 packages in one sitting. You have to learn how to cut your food down. That is what I did in 2023 when I got to my daughter's house. I cut my food down, but not only did I cut my food down, my daughter lives in the country, and she lives on about an acre, 1.5 acres of land. And she was responsible for mowing her own lawn because she had a landlord. She rents from her landlord, but the landlord said that if she wanted to mow the lawn herself, he would take $100 off of her rent. So her and her husband agreed to mow the lawn. When I started staying out there, I took over the lawn mowing because I wanted to do it to help them out because they were working lots of hours. They were always working or hardly ever there. So I wanted to take it over to get exercise. I started mowing her lawn in the summer of 2023. When I first started mowing her lawn, it took me 2 and a half hours to do it one time. Okay. And I did it 5 or 6 times during the summertime in 2023. Towards the end in 2024, the last time I mowed her lawn, it only took me an hour and a half instead of 2 hours and a half, because I would go straight through, mow the whole 1 acre, 1.5 acres in an hour and a half with a push mower. That is how I lost the 60 pounds. I cut my food consumption down. I cut out treats and snacks. And that's how I got down to 177. And as you can see now, I still got a big belly. And I want to lose that belly. But as you can see, my face has slimmed down. And I'm a lot slimmer than what I was. I just couldn't believe the picture that I put in the thumbnail. I do look like a blowfish. My face was so blown up and so, I don't like to say the word fat, but yeah, it was fat. It was fat, blown up like a blowfish, okay? And I seriously did not look good in that driver's license. I might not look good right now to some people, but oh well. You know, that's life, right? You get the face that you get. You either live with it or you don't. Simple as that. But anyways, yes, I did not know I looked that bad. Now, like I said, some people are big and they look fine. They look gorgeous. They look sexy. Women, I'm not going to say men look sexy, no. But some men, they even look okay, big. And they deal with it fine. They deal with being overweight fine. Some of them don't have no health issues. But there's a lot of people out there, too, that do have health issues and that struggle with weight loss. And I understand those people because I was in that. And I still struggle with it every day. Is it hard not to have snacks? Is it hard not to have ice cream or chips even as of right now? Yes, it is. Soda, like I said, I get once in a while, but normally I buy the Dole juice packets. They come in juice packets. I usually go to the store and I buy Powerades like this. I buy Powerades. And then what I do is I get the juice packets. They're called Dole juice packets. And in there comes 30 packages. You pour in a bottle like this. So I get a Powerade. I drink the Powerade. I wash this bottle out and I keep it for like a month or two. And I reuse this bottle and I clean it out with a brush. And I put Dole juice packets in here. And you get about 30 packets in a box. And it's only 10 calories per bottle. Okay? So I could have 30 bottles of Dole juice, and it's only 300 calories for 30 bottles. So that is what I drink mostly. I really don't like water. I do drink it once in a while, but usually I do not. Usually it's the Dole juice. They got strawberry, pineapple, peach mango, and they got orange pineapple. That is what comes in the things. Very good juice. So if you're looking for something low calorie, I would go to your store, get you a bottle like this of Powerade, drink the Powerade, and then reuse this bottle and just pour the little juice packets in there. And of course, I have my coffee. I have to have my coffee. My coffee, I drink totally black, no sugar, no creamer. Sometimes, yes, I will splurge and I will go to the store and I will get creamer for my coffee, like Snickers creamer or, what do they call that? Yeah, Snickers creamer or sugar cookie creamer. Sometimes I will do that, but not very often. Yeah, guys, so I will be posting more videos here. And right now, today I haven't eaten at all. I'm trying to fast for a couple days to get my pounds down even more. And I will update everybody on how the weight loss is going. And I will probably be making some meals and things like that and cooking. I have a new thing right now that is holding my phone. And I love this thing. It's like an arm thing that goes to the table. It is holding my phone. I can turn it that way while I'm cooking. So I might even do some cooking on this channel. Good, healthy meals. So if you're interested in that, please leave a comment down below and please come back to my channel. Subscribe, like, comment, and share. Leave a comment down below. If you need help with anything, if you want tips on what to drink, if you want tips on what to eat, tips on what not to eat, if you need any help with losing weight, if you need just a little bit of a pep talk, if you need me to connect with you, we can do that. You can always leave a comment down below, or I will even put my email in the description down below. You can go to my email. I have a specific email for this channel. It is lifewithpauly48 care@gmail.com, and I will put it down in the description down below. If you need to reach out to me for any type of reason, and we can contact each other through email, whether you need pep talk or you need to, talk to someone just because you're depressed, you can actually, of course they got helplines for being depressed and for, those kinds of issues. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist or anything like that. But if you need help or suggestions, you can always contact my email down below. If you are one of those people that have mental health issues or you are struggling with certain things, then it might be better to call a helpline. Please don't let that go, because you need to take care of yourself, not only your weight or your physical being, but you need to take care of your mental capacity too, your mental state also. Keep that in mind, guys, and I will be back shortly with another video. Much love to all. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share down below. It's going to take a lot of work if you want to lose weight. As long as you're willing to put the work in, you can do it, just like I've done it. Even though I wasn't that much overweight, I was only 100 pounds overweight and only lost about 60 pounds still. It is good that I did that. And it is yeah. Like I said, guys, subscribe, like, comment, share down below. Much love to all. See you in my next